Hello everyone. So in the previous session we have discussed about scientific principles of Taylor. Now in this session we will discuss scientific techniques of Taylor. So the first technique is functional foremanship. As one foreman cannot be expert in every aspect of work, so Taylor stressed on functional experts to supervise and give orders to workers. Taylor felt that the workers must be free from burden of planning and they must concentrate on work. So for this, Taylor suggested a division of factory into two departments, that is production department and planning department. So according to Taylor, foreman must be intelligent, educated, energetic, honest and specialized, and all these qualities cannot be found in one person. So there must be minimum 8 experts, 4 under each department, to order and guide the workers. So under production department, there are 4 experts: gang boss, speed boss, repair boss and inspector. And the 4 experts under planning department, who are route clerk, instruction card clerk, time and cost clerk and disciplinarian. So we will now discuss the functions of the supervisors under production department. So the first supervisor is gang boss. Now what does gang boss do? He arranges all the machines, tools and other resources which are required for performing the job so that there is no delay. Speed boss. This supervisor assures timely completion of job. Repair boss. This boss ensures that machines and tools are kept in working condition. And the work of inspector is to keep a check on quality control of the output. Next is the functions of supervisors under planning in charge. So the function of route clerk is to fix up the sequence of steps for performing mechanical or manual job. Instruction card clerk is responsible for giving general instructions necessary to carry on the job in a specified manner. Time and cost clerk is responsible to fix up the time for starting and completion of job, and he also prepares the cost sheets for every job. And disciplinarian, this foreman is responsible for performance of job in orderly and systematic way. Taylor also said that when every foreman instructs and orders, the worker's efficiency is improved. So basically, functional foremanship means when the factory is divided into departments and each department is headed by some functional experts who supervise, guide and instruct the worker, and the worker feel free from the burden of planning and they concentrate on work. And this develops specialization in the productivity. We can say this technique is also the extension of principle of division of work. Next technique is standardization and simplification of work. Now standardization means standardization of output is possible if standard is maintained right from selection of tools, equipments and machine. Maximize the output by keeping in mind the quality standard. So standardization basically means to maintain the standards relating to every step of business or operation. Standardization doesn't mean only quality standard, but it refers to setting up standards for size, types, weights, measures and quality of products. Which means किसी भी प्रोडक्ट का स्टैंडर्ड उसकी क्वालिटी पे ही डिपेंड नहीं करता है, ठीक है? उस प्रोडक्ट का स्टैंडर्ड डिपेंड करता है उसके साइज, टाइप, weight and measures पे. So according to Taylor, scientific method of production must be selected to develop the standard of product. And to set up the standard, the manager makes use of different work study techniques which includes time study, motion study, fatigue study, etc. So there are some objectives of standardization which are: it allows interchangeability of manufactured part and output among different departments and branches. It reduces a given line of product to fixed type, size and characteristics. it maintains the quality standards, and it also set up the performance standards of men and machines. So now what does simplification means? Simplification means elimination of unnecessary diversity of products, size and types. So diversity of product means more variety. More variety means more inventory, more type of machinery, more labor, more cost, etc. So by simplifying the task, there can be economy in the use of machines, labor, inventory, etc. जितनी वैरायटी होगी उतना ज़्यादा हमको इन्वेंट्री चाहिए होगा, उतना हमें मशीनरी चाहिए, उतनी ही लेबर चाहिए, जिससे क्या होगा, इस पे बहुत ज़्यादा खर्चा होगा. तो सिंप्लीफिकेशन क्या करता है, वो इन अननेसेसरी डाइवर्सिटी को एलिमिनेट करता है, विच ऑल्सो हेल्प्स इन इम्प्रूविंग द क्वालिटी एंड रिडक्शन ऑफ कॉस्ट. For example, a paper manufacturing company in USA reduced its variety from 2000 to 200, which brought positive results for the company. Next technique is work study. So work study ensures maximum production at minimum cost and getting best contribution from every factor. So work study basically includes fatigue study, method study, time study and motion study. So fatigue study is a technique of scientific management which is conducted to find out the frequency of rest intervals, duration of rest intervals and number of rest intervals. So as we know, a person gets tired when he is performing a job for a very long time. So there is a need for rest interval. So Taylor suggested that this rest interval should not be decided by the wish and experience of manager, but a scientific approach, that is, fatigue study must be conducted. So to conduct the fatigue study, Taylor suggested to observe an average worker when he is performing a job and note down the time when the workers start getting tired and when his efficiency levels start decreasing, then give him a break. So this time can be noted to decide the frequency of rest interval, and during the break, after how much time the worker became fresh to rejoin the work, can be the time for rest interval. So it is more scientific when the frequency and the time for rest interval is fixed by observing the workers. For example, if there are 3 shifts of work, and if after one shift worker gets tired, he can be assigned first and third shift and given rest interval in second shift. Even during the first shift, a small pauses of rest interval can be given to the worker as he becomes more fresh with small breaks. Next is method study. So method study technique of scientific management is conducted to find out the one best method of performing the job which keeps the production cost minimum and make maximum use of resources of the organization. Which means the objective of this method study is to minimize the cost of production and maximize the quality and customer satisfaction. According to Taylor, method of production should not be decided by rule of thumb. Rule of thumb we have learned earlier. Rule of thumb means dictatorship of manager. So the method of production should not be decided by rule of thumb method, but all the methods must be tried in the organization and the one which brings maximum benefits with minimum cost must be selected. For example, for production of shoes, there can be labor intensive method and machine intensive method. So to find out which is the best method, the management evaluates the cost of production with both the methods and compare both the methods with the available resources of the company. So the method which involves minimum cost and exploits maximum resources, it will be selected as the best method of production. So we have learned 2-3 techniques of scientific management of Taylor. Rest of the techniques we will study in the next session. So that's all for today. Thank you.